Hello, everyone. This is another update, second update this month for GiftBaskets Overseas team. So we have, a few things to report. First and foremost, I wanted to thank the team for a gift. My family lost a family member. We lost my grandmother. And thanks to management team for sending this. Certainly, thanks for thinking of us. So this COVID-19 situation kind of made it a bit more personal for me now because I guess death in the family kind of makes it more real and less somewhere out there. So thanks again for being thoughtful. The update on the business side. The business results right now are quite, quite decent. We've had roughly 3 weeks into April, and we had a great result, around 70% higher so far into the April, which is certainly better than we could expect. It's not as the same as the first week and a half that was even more crazy. We have Easter, but now with Easter sort of comparing to Easter last year, we are roughly around 70% up. When April is over, we're going to know exact number. The good news also from Stacy and the COP team that we received an update that several more countries had opened their delivery system, and that allows us to be accepting orders in those countries. So I think several African countries opened. We're also working in Argentina and Italy now. It's not quite fast as usually, but we are seeing some good results. Those countries are giving fair amount of orders. Ace of Hearts, GiftBaskets, and the reseller program is working very well, thanks to Yaroslav for being on top of that. Staying on top of the top resellers and developing that channel continuously. That certainly will be important as we continue gaining a market share with resellers and gaining more orders from them. The biggest reseller being Hazelton, still giving us probably good half of all the reseller orders, but we nevertheless getting others developed as well, which is again great job on the reseller team and Yaroslav specifically. Then there's great results again from marketing team. I know that the brands are performing very well, very strongly. So Natasha's brand team is doing very well. Thanks for that. I know, everyone can really see great results on French. We have 44 orders versus 14. Let me share the screen so you can see that. So here it is. Should see my screen now. This, you can see the Panier Cardot has 44 orders versus 14. Then the German brand has 40 versus 8 last year at the same time. Some great result on Cestas de Presence. We have around double, 47 versus 24. Canastas Spanish brand 65 versus 44, which is great because we were actually usually down in Spanish. And as you can see, Ice of Hearts, mostly for reseller reasons, doing very well. 119 orders versus 14 last year. So really great stuff. You can see that, unfortunately, a Russian brand isn't really doing as well as others. There's still the same problem with Yandex being a problem. So that's still down by around 7% right now. I'm stopping sharing the screen. My face again. Hello again. So that is where we are right now. Then again, I wanted to comment specifically on great results of marketing team again on the brand side, where a lot of link exchanges happening. We're gaining market share with new sites, and I think that's a chance for us to really do well. Special thanks to Nick for maintaining budgets on the marketing side. That's very important. To make sure that we continue growing without losing our shirt, because now a number of countries were paused and we are actually spending less money. But thanks to less competition nowadays, we actually are getting more orders, which is an amazing thing. We hope we can continue seeing that for the next few weeks. When a lot of companies are not doing as well, we actually are still doing okay. Which brings me to the point where hopefully in May we can release our 10% thing and we can get back to our full-time schedule, which is a great result. Thanks to everyone for saving every single order you could save. Thanks to our customer service team and the COP team. Those teams really done, again, an amazing job. Just like the first week in April, and now in the last 2 weeks, we have seen quite a bit of cancellations, but I'm certainly seeing some saved orders as well, which again, I'm very thankful for everyone who participated in saving each and every order. And I hope when we are all out of it, we can say that we gained that market share thanks to those saving efforts. Every single order you save, which will mean that next time the customer will be ordering with us and they will order over and over, and you're going to see a lot of great growth for every single saved order. So it's not only this one order that you save. Even if you make $5 on this order, $10, even if we just keep that order to save it, that customer will remember us, because right now is a difficult time when people remember what you do. Whatever you do well right now will be remembered for many, many years to come. So whatever you do today will be making us a greater company in the years in the future. So thanks for doing that. Please keep doing it until we are out of that problem with COVID-19. Speaking of which, our other part of the marketing team, specifically Santi and Carmen, are still, and myself, we are working quite a bit still in the masks for doctors. We have shrank our time a little bit. I personally have worked less in the last week or so, and this initiative, I try to scale back and then move back myself into the business, because we need to continue growing and we need to bring more attention to business side as well. So that brings me to the point where we probably are getting out of that initiative. Masks are being distributed as we speak, and a lot of other things were given to doctors and other medical professionals. This allows us to show our good face as a company, being part of that initiative and being leading team in that initiative, because we were the ones who started it. And then since then, about 10 people joined that team from other companies in Boston, New York, and so on. Some doctors joined us as well, some friends of ours. So anyway, that's been a great ride. I think in the next 2 weeks, we're hopefully going to be winding down that effort, and we will be getting back into business full time. So that's at least my hope, that hospitals will be able to supply their employees, their workers, with safe equipment. We will not be needed anymore. I hope that everyone in the company, everyone in the team keeps themselves safe and keeps their older relatives safe, especially your parents and grandparents. I personally felt the effects, like I said, and I hope that you won't. And I hope, actually quite a bit of my friends in New York right now, their parents actually sick with this. I hope that they don't lose their parents or grandparents. And I hope you will stay safe and you keep your parents at home as much as you can. And if you do bring them food or groceries, try to not be close with them physically. Maintain your distance. And unfortunately, this disease is much more serious than we initially envisioned. We hope this will be, over soon. We know China, unfortunately, had lifted some restrictions, and they're getting a second wave right now. So the outlook is not entirely positive short term, but we still hope that it will be over at some point, summer, fall, or in the future. Anyway, I remain positive with you, and I hope we can continue growing together as a team. We will be scheduling a new Zoom meeting in the next week or so to keep connections. Or just remind me that would be needed, and that would really be great to see everyone, those who can make it in different times. I'd like to see people not go crazy, and I hope that our human, at least a virtually human connection, helps to not go crazy. Again, thanks again for being here, for doing the best job you can. Yours truly.